That guys, I always forget to put. Let me adjust my camera here on my dash. There we go. I always forget to uh, put on my do not disturb. So now all my notifications are going to my watch. Because if we're live and I don't have do not disturb on, then it will freeze up my live feed. So sorry about that, guys. Hope you got to see how wet it is out there. This is the rainy season. I'm not complaining. You know, we need this rain to grow, the grass, the leaves, the flowers, our food. But man, it's annoying. It has rained so much that. Oh, and by the way, oh, well, thank you. It's pretty crazy. If you have any questions, let me know. We always say that. If you have any questions, let us know. Sidra should be here in about 10 minutes. She just messaged me about 5 minutes ago. She might be here sooner. I'm not for sure. I'm going off of guy time, or dad time. Um, I don't know if there's definitely a difference between time for women and time for men. Um, I know that when I was going to pick up my son the other day, uh, I told his mother, I said, "Yeah, we should be there in about 10 minutes." And she said, "Okay, so about 30 minutes." That's probably about right. I don't know why, I do that, you know, but that's just how I see time. But I do believe she should be here soon. It's been pretty busy lately, and I realize we haven't done any live videos in a while. And live is a good way to connect with people versus just putting up videos and whatnot. Um, I I finally got done with the video of the Cybertronians. It's a show that we're doing about. Well, you have to see. You have to see. It's we had a fun time making it. Of course, bear with us. It was our first time, and that's just for people who enjoy, you know, the Transformers and the Transformers world and universe of the characters in there. So this will be our conversation will be about the IDW Transformers comics. But I hope everybody's having a great morning, great day, great evening. Yeah, it has been a while. It has been a while since we've done a live, and I'll let my wife know so that way she can just jump in the van and start cursing or whatever. But it has been we've been pretty busy. It's the end of the school year, um, plus work. A lot of things going on, and I won't lie, it's been kind of stressful. But life is life. You have to stay positive, and excuse me. A lot of things going on, even with work, that is, uh, stressful. You know, we're school bus drivers. We deal with the public, and just dealing with that. So I thought I'd come in and say hello. If someone wants to, I've already seen a few hellos and appreciate it. Um, I saw that on the news. We keep seeing the news that India is struggling right now with COVID, and we're praying for them because that's you know. Now we've got a few friends in India, and I guess where they live at, it's not as bad. But from what we see on the news, but who's to say? And I'm not here to preach conspiracy theories, or whatever. If it's bad in your area, speak up. Let us know. Let the world know. What's going on. I finally got to see my mother after a year and a few months. It's been over a year that I've seen my mother in person, but she finally got her vaccinations. Her and my stepfather got their vaccinations, and so therefore, I was able to visit them last weekend. Um, My stepfather said he didn't have any reactions to the vaccination, to the shots, except for his arm. He said where they shot him. He said his arm was sore for about 3 weeks, like really sore. My mother, on the other hand, off the first shot, was incredibly sick. She said to the point that she said that she regretted getting the shot, but she said she wanted to follow through and get the next shot and be done with it. But both shots from my mother, she was incredibly sick, and she was out of it for a while. That's not nice. Oh, shut up! I'm not talking to you. That's the thing about my watch. It just wants to talk randomly. Are you planning to get vaccinated, and have you already gotten it? No, I haven't gotten vaccinated yet. Neither has Sidra. We work for the city, so they are offering it. Now that you're out of it, I'm gonna be greedy and keep it zoned in me. But
I can't take the vaccination because of my health issues and problems I have.
Yeah, Sidra is concerned because of her health, some of her health issues, or whether or not to take the vaccine. I think at some point, definitely, I would like to take it. Talking to my mom made me more worried about getting it. She said your name. So I am kind of concerned, because, the effects are different for each person. And I'm not against the vaccine or any of that kind of thing, or any of that. I'm not against vaccines, but I'm just concerned about this particular vaccine. They had one that they took off the market.
Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah. And now it's back on the market, so I guess it's just kind of confusing, the information that we keep getting fed. And, so I don't know. I don't know when I'll get it, but I will get it at some point. I'm also confused about, they say, okay, if you have the vaccination, you can pretty much go back to your normal life.
You still have to wear a mask and stuff?
Yeah, but you still have to wear your mask. You still have to do everything else that everyone else is doing that doesn't have a mask. The one thing I can see that the benefit of if you get the vaccination is that if you get COVID, it's supposed to be less. But my concern is the effects, the side effects of how it could affect you when you take the shot. And since my mother went through it so bad, I'm like, oh man, and I hate shots. And then my stepdad was like, yeah, it hurt my arm. He said, I thought for sure that someone, took a dirty knife and just stabbed me in the arm, and then it just got infected. He said that's what his arm felt like. And I'm like, oh. And then someone else said when they got the shot.
Want to know something cool, guys? Yes.
What? Yeah, go ahead, tell us. What? That's what we're about. We can stop talking and talk about. No, seriously, we can talk whatever you want. What is cool? We want to know what is cool, Destiny. Let us know. We might get a delay though, because it seems like YouTube sometimes.
Because she's stopping right now.
Oh yeah, she's probably texting. Me, I am a fast texter, to where sometimes I annoy people.
Oh,
you're
she's Jamaican.
Oh, nice. That is cool. I am not full, but I am partially Jamaican. Kingston, to be precise. And I would, I will admit I haven't been as in touch, except for on Facebook. I have a bunch of my Jamaican family on Facebook. But the only problem is when they get to talking, I don't understand. Because, if the way they speak is so fast, and they'll be like, Pondis Bataman, and I'm like, it's like going to New Orleans, and trying to understand somebody speaking English. So, every once in a while, they'll make fun of me and say, he's from America. So I joke around and I'll just say, like, pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side, So, and then there are other relatives, though, depending on where they live at in Jamaica. It's fine. And actually, they're fine. I can understand them. But it's once they get deep into something, like, if they're angry, emotional about something, then I don't understand. Because then it's like a competition between everybody else except me. And I don't get it. And, yeah, but beautiful island. Love Jamaica. Beautiful place, beautiful people. That is really cool, though. Are you getting a lot of rain right now in Jamaica? Since it's the rainy season? I mean, in Jamaica, I don't know, it rains.
It's hit or miss.
It's supposed to be rainy, like, from more, it's not really, not about now, but it's more like, because when we go on vacation and they'll tell us, like, the rainy season or the hurricane season is from,
Yeah.
so really it's not, well, I guess technically it could be right now.
Hurricane is usually around well, yeah, in spring and then fall.
Yeah, but it's so long, though. You know, like, how long it is. I almost forgot we were live. I was about to say.
No, I'm currently in America, where you all are. Oh.
Oh, we are in Ohio, the state of Dave Chappelle. Actually,
we're not that far from it.
Yeah, we're not that far
from
Dave Chappelle, where Dave Chappelle lives at.
We are like what, 45 minutes away from him.
About 45 minutes from Dave. And it's funny because we were thinking about camping up that way, around where Dave Chappelle lives in a beautiful area which has a beautiful park, state park where you can camp. And I was like, we might end up bumping into Dave. You never know. But yeah, we're from Ohio.
She's in New York.
Oh, that's not far from us either. When I used to kickbox, we used to drive up and go through New York to get to Canada. And when I was in my earlier college age years, we used to also travel to New York a lot. And that wasn't a long drive from Ohio. So that was, I can't remember exactly how long, because that was back in my youth. But it wasn't that long of a drive. I mean, heck.
What is it, 16 hours?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Chicago is like 8 hours.
I know, even just getting to Canada wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, New York's not that far. Expensive though. I have family that lived in New York, and that makes sense. I have Jamaican family that lives in New York. But a lot of family is moving from New York to here and from California, because they said the cost of living is so ridiculous. They're moving to Ohio where it's cheaper. But to me, Ohio, the cost of living is going up now.
It is a lot.
It's getting in areas that used to be affordable here. It's starting to get expensive, and that's kind of concerning. Well, not kind of. It's concerning because you're trying to live and survive and take care of your family, but it's pretty it's getting pretty expensive in here. But of course, there's someone from New York or California or the New England states, places like that, this would still be considered cheap compared to what they're paying, because that's highway robbery, if you ask me. Well, just wanted to come in this morning and say hello, go live. Still working on the Cybertronians, because I had someone else record it for me, and they don't live here, so we've had some problems getting it to me to finish off the editing. I've edited certain parts, but what he has I have to edit. So when that comes, I can edit that and then put it up. So please be patient with us on that. But we also have plans for other shows that that we're doing. It's just been lately, we just, like probably with a lot of people, life just been so busy. So I try to just record things that we're doing in our regular lives, but I'm also trying to bring you things that other people are doing in their lives. Well, I got to go teach soon, and you can just relax.
Yeah, I'm having back rain. I almost got into 3 accidents on freeway on the way back.
All the rain?
Flooding, and dummies driving fast. Twice I got blinded with the water on my face.
Yeah.
And then the third time I was switching in towards almost the end, and then somebody pressed a hard brake. I'm like, what the fuck? There's not even water. You're pressing hard brake. I'll
Right.
shoot that person.
That's the thing about when your job is you're working out in the public.
Could you guys have a podcast sometime in the future?
Podcast? I've never done a podcast. Honestly, I don't even know how you do that. I'd have to look into it. But yeah, that's something that we would do. I just have to. Oh wait, I gotta pull up so we don't block the trash man. I would have to look into it, how to do that. I've honestly never done a podcast. I'm not even gonna say I'm a techie with that, but I'm sure it's not difficult because I know how to do all this other stuff. But Yeah, we could do a podcast sometime. I don't know how that works. Do you?
No.
No? Yeah. So I'll have to look in that, and then, yeah, we can do a podcast as well.
You're the tech guy. You do all that stuff.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably not difficult. I just never done a podcast before. I always hear about podcast.
You can just interview each other.
Yeah, but a podcast sounds interesting because I've never done it before. So now you have my interest. I'm going to have to. Well, you have my interest because you're on here, but so I'll have to check that out and see how that works. The podcast, you know. But if you have any ideas of something you want us to talk about, you know, or to interview each other, there are before I get off, there are a few things that I want to do. We want to play Battleship Live. We talked about it before, but we got caught up with life. And Battleship Live would be kind of fun, I think. So you guys would just call out for each of us the moves for us to play Battleship until one of us says, "You sank my battleship." So that'll be fun. So we have a brand new Battleship game in there that we'll have to use.
I have only played it once on the computer.
Oh, see, no. I used to play Battleship when I was younger, just so I could say, "You sank my battleship," like the commercial. So, well, guys, enjoy this day wherever you are. Here comes the trash guy behind us, but we didn't block him. A podcast is basically like having conversations and talking about topics currently happening nowadays. Battleship sounds fun. It does sound fun, yeah. So we are going to do that. All right, well, we're going to check into this podcast for you, and we'll do it. And we'll pretend like we knew what it was all along. Hi,
Credit to destiny.
We've done podcasts elsewhere. We just haven't done it here, guys. No, but all right, Destiny, thanks to you, we're going to do a podcast. And we'll get that going. And we'll bring up some topics and act like, you know. And we thought about doing topics, but we wanted to make sure that we kept it open instead of making it seem like, because sometimes I've watched YouTube channels and people give their opinion, but it's like that opinion is the only opinion that matters. And so we wanted to make sure we came at an angle where if we gave our viewpoint,
we get other people's viewpoint.
Yeah, it was open to other people and we could talk about it versus this is what I think and that's it, you know. Because I think we already have enough people not staying in their lane in society. So, you know, we want to, you know, if we do that, we got to have the rule of stay in your lane if you're going to be on the podcast. But we'll do it. I'll check into it today. She says, "Oh yeah, I hear you. Yeah. So many people with their own opinions, and yeah, It's ridiculous." So yeah, we'll check into that. Actually, I'll check into that after I get done teaching this client. I cross-train cage fighters, and I have an appointment with one here pretty soon. So I'm gonna have to jump off here. Enjoy your day, as I've said before. It's funny to see you guys actually get to see me shaved, kind of. It's growing back because it grows back fast. And I even realized that. This is great. I think you guys would be real good. Well, thank you. I hope so. I hope the podcast does go, well. But and sorry about. Usually, you guys see me with all this, gray facial hair. We once like peppered, gray and black, facial hair and all that. That gives you the idea how much everything has been weighing on us. My mind is always like, okay, we've got to work, we got to make this money, we got to do this and this, We don't try to come in here and pretend like it's always roses,
It's not. I think you can see my gray hair.
Oh, shut up. She got a gray hair. I'm a teacher of the art of war, martial arts. Combat martial arts, boxing, kickboxing. I used to compete. I'm not going to brag on anything, but, I also know some people, some big names. But I've been doing it for a long time, over 30 years. Competed in different venues. And so now I cross-train. I used to have a cage fighting team. That was like, 8 years ago, maybe? 5 years ago? 5, 8,
No,
what?
7 years.
7 years ago. See, like I said, guy time. About 7 years ago, I had a cage fighting team, and that was fun. She used to go with me all the time. She loved going to the cage fighting, to the cage fights. And then I just took a break, from it. And now some clients have been asking, could you please train me? Could you come back and train me? And I'm like, okay, I'll do this, And so that's what I'm doing now. It's like my little side job. If I choose to make it bigger again like I used to have it, then I'll do that. But right now, I'm just trying to focus on my family and take on a few clients and help them in the cage. Mm-hmm. All right. You guys take care. This time I'm really serious. I've got to go. Take care, guys. Any questions, just leave them on the video, and then we'll get back with you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. I saw your comment, Destiny. Thank you. All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Adios. What is it? Allah Hafiz.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. No, c'est la vie. C'est la vie.
You say c'est la vie all the time.
Do I? But c'est la vie is not by then. That's what is French? I can't remember. Les bye, I guess. All right, guys. Take care. See you later.